Howdy folks, this is your good buddy DJ Clive, and I'd like to take this time to share with you a horrible memory, a true life nightmare, something that will send chills down your spines, turn your hair white. You'll look away and yet you'll still fight the urge to stare at it. It is the worst episode of Ranma 1/2. Fight! The Anything Goes obstacle course race. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I spoke of this abomination once before, but I didn't have near enough time to fully describe every curve, edge, and nut of this honking turd. It is an awful, awful thing, I'm ashamed of its existence, and I have to elaborate on what was previously said. So, how do I go about reviewing possibly the worst episode in the history of anything? Hello, I'm DJ Clive, I remember it, so this is a shameless ripoff. We start our story at the Tendo residence, where the Tendos and Sao Tomes enjoy some R&R in front of the old boob tube.
It's the chance of a lifetime. Can you afford to miss out? Win an
So that's it, huh? Forget leading up to it. Oh no, we're jumping right into the race. Let me defer to a better episode if I may. Clash of the Delivery Girls, the martial arts takeout race. We knew there was a race coming, but there were actual events to lead up to it. Why do that? Oh, I don't know, to give there some actual stakes maybe? To make the race worth something? In that episode there were 10 minutes and 18 seconds of plot leading us to the race. In this one, 1 minute and 8 seconds. Hell, they got us to the race before they even got us to the title screen. This is the difference between watching Chariots of Fire and watching someone play decathlon on the ColecoVision. Oh boy, if the first minute was this bad, I can't wait to see the race! Woohoo, fun. I hope Moose wins. So our heroes gather around the starting line, and of course the whole supporting cast shows up. Ryoga, Moose, Shampoo, no name shall go untarnished, as well as these other people. What is up with them? What is their story? Why do they seem so frozen in time? Whoa, that's weird. Maybe not. I mean, it's just like my family reunion last year. Take a look.
Hey, Tom!
Skylar, great to see ya!
Have you talked to Rob yet?
You mean the guy with the soda back there?
Yeah, he gained a lot of weight, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a shame about his condition. What causes that anyway?
I hear it can happen to anyone. There's no cause, no cure, and it can happen at any time.
As you can see, the animation has really taken a dump. I would wager the animators didn't feel like putting the effort into this script, and I wouldn't blame them. This doesn't even look like anime anymore. Anime is supposed to be stylistic and artsy, but this... Oh my god, look at Ryoga, look at Ryoga, look at Ryoga! He looks like Miss Hinako drained all his energy!
Think nothing of it, Teach.
This shot here could be the second worst animated scene in history! Sorry, Transformers, I love you, but I gotta call you out.
I feel the same way about you, Nitro.
It is about this time when we are introduced to the MC of this little soiree.
I'm sorry, I just threw up in my mouth.
His name is... well, it's not important, I guess, as he'll be the one to pop in and out of the race and give the rules to the many games our contestants will be playing. Now, this is one of those characters that's hard to explain. My guess is he's supposed to be witty and charismatic like Jim Carrey, but instead just comes off as horribly annoying, like Matt Frewer. He is a bit character who never shows up again in the anime, but the way he monopolizes this episode, you'd think that they were introducing a new major character. Thank God they weren't! He's the most irritating thing on the screen, and Hapasai is there for crying out loud! So, ready, set, go, and the mob makes its way to the first challenge where they must pick doors A, B, or C. Shampoo and Moose choose door A, and... the less we say about that, the better. Hapasai, Sona, and Genma choose door number B, and have to run into this flickering mess of gray shit. And...
Oh dear God!
death! I knew these Japanese game shows were hardcore, but damn! So Son Tendo is brutally murdered, but Happy and Genma get through unscathed, where two lovely ladies congratulate them at the exit.
Disqualified.
Disqualified? For that? What is preventing them from getting up and continuing? Oh well. Hey, at least we won't have to see Hapasai anymore.
Oh wait, what kind of a monster am I? I can't celebrate at a time like this.
I will remember you.
So, as you can probably guess, door C was the way to go, as our remaining cast members soon find themselves in the dark on a slowly descending elevator. Now, I'm giving you fair warning. You're gonna really need to brace yourselves for what comes next. I'm telling you, it's bad. This platform is about to lower our heroes into the worst, stupidest, most horrific betrayal of the series ever. Are you ready? I don't think you are, but here goes anyway! It lowered them into prehistoric times! Oh, why, Rama? I used to love you, but now I have to kill you! Yes, apparently this is the biggest budget obstacle course ever, as it was able to recreate a subterranean Jurassic Park with dinosaurs, volcanoes, swamps, and its own sun and sky!
Spared no expense.
And how do Ranma and company react to this? They don't even flinch. Doesn't amaze them in the slightest. No, they're here to race! Now, to be fair, they throw out the idea these dinosaurs may be mechanical, but even the sight of a giant skyscraping robot dinosaur would make me at least go, wow!
Me Grimlock fool!
And to make matters worse, there is no need for this! The characters go off and do their own thing. In fact, for a large period of time, the race just stops to make way for their petty arguments. Never do you see them riding pterodactyls or fighting velociraptors. It's all just window dressing. It may as well not be there. It didn't need to go there. You don't do this! You just don't do this! I mean, the show was once grounded in reality, but this? Ah! And I've gotta say, from the minute our heroes step off this elevator till they get out of prehistoric times, they are seriously leaning on every trope the series has to offer. Kuno is chasing Akane, Kodachi is after Ranma, Kuno and Kodachi are going at it, Ryoga is pining for Akane, and doing it all so poorly! It's like the episode is trying to remind us that these are the same characters we've loved all this time. I'm sorry, episode, but this and this are not the same thing. And it goes on for 4 agonizing minutes! The most hurtful minutes of your life! I cry when I watch this, people! I cry! Now, here's a part I don't get. Ryoga and Akane pair up and somehow end up on the back of this giant turtle, where they are powerless but to run in circles around its shell. Looking down on Ranma, they can clearly see he is gaining ground, but they're stuck in this loop. Why not just jump down? So Ranma finds the exit in, of all places, the turtle's mouth, and we are out of prehistoric times just as soon as we got in. The next stage finds Ranma and company in a maze of giant toss-across pieces. Ryoga and Akane hit a dead end, but Ryoga activates his Andy Kaufman-style propeller arm and busts his way through, hitting Ranma in the process and knocking him right into the exit. There he reunites with Ryoga, Akane, Shampoo, and Donkey Kong, who have all taken their own paths to get there, and the group is dumped into the next challenge. But before we get there, finally, a little breather, as we cut away from the race to see what is going on with the Tendo sisters.
In there. Oh dear, that's right. It completely slipped my mind. What did? Oh, it's just that I forgot to ask Father to bring home some bean paste.
Nabiki, why are you looking at your sister like that? Did she say anything that dumb? I would dare say she is the smart one here! She is trying to change the subject! She doesn't want to watch this stupid race anymore, and neither do we! This simple line, which Kasumi is apparently catching flack for, is her way of winking at the audience and saying,
"Turn this off. Do something else. It only gets worse from here."
Kasumi is so smart she's breaking down the fourth wall to warn us! You know what? I wish the rest of this episode was Kasumi going to the store and buying bean paste! It It would have been so much more interesting!
Running errands today, Kasumi?
I'm going to bring home some bean paste.
You see? But no, the camera has to pan back to the TV. Damn, I wish I could grab that camera, hold it steady, and save us all. So, our dwindled group is about to race through Level 3 Jungle Level when that annoying guy shows up again.
I'm sorry, I just threw up a little out my mouth.
Rappelling from a rope descending from heaven, young M. Bison has a little roadblock for our heroes.
Come on down!
That's right, the whole cast is back, even...
Zombies!
Zombie-sown Tendo. And they give no other excuse but the powers that be believe in second chances. You know what this is, right? The writers of this episode had so many funny ideas for eliminations, they're gonna bring characters back just to eliminate them again. And why so selective? What about this guy? Doesn't he deserve a second chance too? Perhaps I'm thinking too hard about this. Time for more mindless action! Our heroes casually converse while swinging on vines from a tree in Mount Olympus, and jungle level is done before you know it, with Moose being the only casualty. Now for Level 3 Canyon Level!
For the third and final round!
Wait a minute, Level 3 again? Well, let's see, there was the level with the doors, and then there was the prehistoric level, and after that was the jungle level, and now this. This is Level 4, not 3! What is this, Cheetah Men? In a diversion that should have been its own episode, our heroes get little balloon bonnets to wear and will be disqualified should their balloons get popped. Back to action, hopefully we'll see some of those hysterical disqualifications they just had to get in. Disqualified for just standing there? That's the worst one yet! This isn't funny, this is just aggravating! Alright, I gotta say, that one was good. So it's down to Ranma and Ryoga, the two faces of the company holding down the roster, duking it out for the win in Level 4 Desert Level! Ooh, look at them fight! The two end up in a shifting sand trap, which takes them up and over a hill and into the lair of... wait for it... a giant antlion.
Look, what the heck is that?
It's a giant antlion!
Ranma and Ryoga versus a giant antlion. Now... I ask you, how did we get here? How did we get from the slow pace of Season 1, Akane has a crush on Dr. Tofu, but he's in love with Kasumi, to the sugar-induced high of Ranma and Ryoga versus a giant antlion? This is writer's block before our very eyes, people! This is them at their absolute lowest point, so bereft of ideas, they actually just start throwing anything up on the screen!
Oh, what's awaiting our heroes over the hill? How about a dinosaur? No, we already did a dinosaur. Well, I don't know, how about a giant antlion?
A giant antlion, of course! Why not a giant antlion? Of course it's a giant antlion! How could it not be? Bravo! Brilliant idea! And why stop there? Wow, how did we ever get caught in this sand drift? Ryoga, what's that over there by the dunes on the left?
Look out! It's a mandrill with a cat o' nine tails with a flying buttress!
Ryoga, what's that over there by the cacti on the right?
Oh, it's just as I feared! It's a chupacabra riding on a sauerbraten!
Ryoga, what is that straight ahead coming right for us?
Oh dear lord, it's the giant talking pile of ambergris!
I'm an ambergris. I'm a perfumey substance formed in the digestive tracts of sperm whales. And I can talk. How you doing?
So, through the use of Ranma's Amaguriken and Ryoga's Boksai Tenket's Rapid Fire, I don't know. The two tame the evil antlion and the finish line is right in front of their eyes. It looks like a clear sail for Ranma as he heads for the goal, but the joke's on him cause Ryoga had tunneled under the sand and emerges on the other side of it. Congratulations, Ryoga! You've won the trip to China! Celebrate in 3 frames of animation or less. Now, I'd be willing to forgive this episode if it had a real good payoff. But no, we get exactly what we would expect. Ryoga misses his flight because he couldn't find the airport. Poor Ryoga, doomed with the curse of Pichan forever. And look at him. He can't even tear himself away from that ice cream cone to care. Like he wants to forget this past 30 minutes ever happened, like all of us! There are a lot of problems with this episode, but the main problem is that it's terrible. I don't know what the hell went wrong here. It comes off as an episode they needed to crank out real quick to finish off their quota. So the writers all got together with a glut of ideas and crammed them in so tight they broke the blades on the blender. There's no plot, the characters you love are now as annoying as burning piss, the art and animation are horrendous, and overall it's just a tangled mess of randomness that never, ever slows down. I'm as big a Ranma fan as you're gonna meet, but I would never touch this steaming pile again, and I suggest you do the same. I'm DJ Clive, and life is Ranma.
勝手に決めるなよ。
茜のいい名付け
迷惑だわ。
茜のいい名付け
There's a giant antlion.